There's been some inquiries by IBMers about a good drinking cup to use starting when you lose a certain amount of hand grip and/or arm strength. It's no secret you'll require a straw to get your daily hydration as well as the liquid needed to wash food down your dysphagic throat. In this episode, I'll be describing the drinking vessels I've used to keep me hydrated and some other drinking vessel ideas. Please join the growing number of subscribers of this non-monetized channel dedicated to folks with inclusion body myositis. Dropping a beverage container is never a good thing, and the mess it can make might be more than anyone in your household would enjoy cleaning up. Not getting an adequate amount of hydration due to fear of spilling can lead to problems like choking or constipation. Let's talk about the most basic liquid, water. Water is your body's principal chemical component and makes up about 50 to 70% of your body weight. Your body depends on water to survive. Every cell, tissue, and organ in your body needs water to work properly. The Mayo Clinic states that every cell, tissue, and organ in your body needs water to work properly. For example, water gets rid of waste through urination, perspiration, and bowel movements, keeps your temperature normal, lubricates and cushions your joints, and protects sensitive tissues. If you have any of these problems in these areas, consider drinking more water. Even mild hydration can drain your energy and make you feel tired. Healthy active adults should consume at least 64 ounces of liquid each day to keep the organs working well. Depending on what IBM severity stage you are in, may lessen the total amount of liquid intake requirement. An IBMer faces another issue. Making trips to the bathroom becomes more and more difficult, and some may attempt to limit the amount of hydration and actually cause additional problems, including kidney infection or that previously mentioned constipation, and those aren't pleasant things to experience. Not waiting until late evening to drink the bulk of your daily recommended amount of water might help you sleep better also. I find that trying not to drink too much liquid after 7:30 in the evening seems to work best for me. There are some IBMers that experience early swallowing problems either just before or shortly after their diagnosis. Sometimes drinking through a standard glass can cause a person with dysphagia to choke and cough when tipping their head back to consume liquids, especially needed when washing down some medication. A drinking vessel with a cutout for the nose allows the consumption of fluid without the need for tipping the head back. This special drinking vessel is called a nosy cup and can be purchased in various sizes at a decent cost from online sources and might be considered for stage 1 or 2 IBMers experiencing some swallowing or choking difficulties when taking a drink. If you have an IBM drinking problem, and IBMers will know what I mean by that, here are some various products that could be considered as your hand and arm strength and dexterity wanes during your IBM journey. All of these products are available online from caregiverproducts.com. And now a discussion about the type of drinking cups I've used in the past and how I've grown to what I use these days now that I'm in deep stage 3 of IBM. When my hands weakened to the point where grasping a standard glass started to become a problem, I opted for a mug-type container with a handle. But soon my arm strength couldn't lift and support a full container of liquid up to my mouth to satisfy my thirst, and a straw was required to be able to stay hydrated. Actually, at that point, the sky is the limit regarding what type of liquid vessel can be used, as long as you're able to get your mouth onto the straw. I drink my morning coffee through a straw from one of my standard coffee cups that's used to wash down any breakfast that I'm consuming, and usually consume my breakfast while sitting on my power chair at my swing-away table situated near my Golden Technology lift chair. While drinking my coffee and consuming my breakfast, I also catch the morning news on our TV. After breakfast, I usually drive to my office and my desktop computer to where I start my daily activities that usually includes the creation of these IB Myositis video episodes. Cindy keeps my 28-ounce cup that sits on top of my desk full of water for me to sip on whenever I'm in my office. I forgot where I got this cup, but it's branded Medline, and it came with a nice long straw and cover. I also have a huge 30-ounce drink container that I brought home from my last hospital visit in early 2020. I'd like to have a quarter for every ounce I've drank from this cup. If you have experienced a recent hospital visit, I hope you brought home your drink container because you'll find it one of your favorites as you get deeper into this disease called IBM. Another drink container that I regularly use in multiple locations is branded by Mealtime Partners. Although a little on the expensive side to purchase new, I received this 25-ounce drink container with a long, flexible drinking straw free of charge from our local assistive technology office here in Wichita. This drink container fits the cup holder that can be mounted on my armrest on my Quantum Edge power chair, as well as in a cup holder that I mounted onto the swing-away desk post in front of my Golden Technology lift chair so I can get a refreshing drink while watching TV. This drink vessel can also keep me hydrated when cruising our neighborhood or nearby park in warm weather. For those of you IBM adaptive entrepreneurs out there watching this episode, you can make your own flexible hose drink cup by purchasing a length of food-safe quarter-inch ID plastic tubing from your local hardware store and inserting it into an inexpensive large covered drinking cup. Although my expensive Mealtime Partner drinking cup has a flexible and adjustable gooseneck to keep the hose bent wherever I select, a piece of food-safe quarter-inch plastic ID tubing can be shaped by having a non-IBMer dip the part of the tube you want bent in some boiling water for a bit until it can be shaped to the configuration of your choice. One additional item that Cindy always carries in her everything but the kitchen sink purse for me is a large quarter-inch tall plastic straw, readily available anytime a fountain drink is purchased from your neighborhood bodega or gas station. I'll use this to drink water or beer at a local restaurant or from the same when offered a beer at a friend's house. Keeping hydrated isn't a difficult task if you plan ahead and use the right type of drinking vessels. If you didn't pick up on it in this episode, I would also recommend the larger containers to help cut down on the number of fills your caregiver will have to perform for you during the course of the day. Keep hydrated, my IBM friends.